strangers. So today I will be telling you guys the filming location addresses for Stranger Things. I've gotten so many DMs, questions, everything about the addresses, so I wanted to share them with you guys. First, I would suggest that you guys map it out because we didn't, and we literally drove around the whole state of Georgia. So definitely map it out. I at least got it into cities for you guys, but just see what towns are closer to each other. I've gotten a lot of questions about where I stayed as well. I stayed in Atlanta. We stayed at an Airbnb. So here was my Airbnb. Here was Hawkins Pool, and here was Lonnie's house. Literally, we were right in the middle. I wouldn't suggest staying there. Like, we had no issues, but it definitely was not the safest neighborhood at all. Okay, so first will be Jackson, Georgia. There's Melvald's and Radio Shack right next to each other. That is 4 2nd Street. Next is the library. It's a courthouse in real life. That's going to be 25 3rd Street. And then the theater, which is actually a tavern in real life, is the corner of 2nd and North Oak. And if you're at the theater, the tavern in real life, like right here in front of you, if you go this way to the right and back, there will be the alleyway, like when Jonathan and Steve get into a fight, and you can see Rental Solutions right across the street as well. So it's actually a really easy find. Next is in Atlanta. So this is going to be scattered all over because Atlanta is huge, so just be prepared before you go and get everything into order. Okay, so first is Lonnie's house. That is 930, I don't know how you say it, Garibaldi. Then the Hawkins Pool is 2000 Lakewood Avenue in Southeast Atlanta. Then the interior set, so where they film all of the interior scenes for the show. It's really cool. That is 175 Lakewood Way in Southwest Atlanta. I actually forgot to put the interior set buildings in my season 4 vlog. So I was bummed about that, but that's okay. Maybe I'll insert the footage here. Then next is Hawkins Lab. That is 1256 BRIARCLIFF Road, and it is not what it looks like in the show whatsoever. Like, it's not wooded, it's not secluded, it's just right in the middle of town. Okay, next is going to be Stockbridge, Georgia, and that is the schools. So obviously only one address because you'll get the high school, the middle school, just that whole part right there. And that's 109 South Lee Street. Next is going to be East Point, Georgia. And so the first one is the Town Hall. That is 2777 East Point Street. Then next are all of their houses. So first is the Wheelers' home, which is 2530 PINEYWOOD Lane. The Sinclairs, which is literally only 2 or 3 houses down from the Wheelers, is 2550 PINEYWOod Lane. Then Dustin's, which isn't too far from their house, just a few minutes, is 2886 PINEYWOod Drive. Then Barb's house is right next to all of their houses as well, and hers is 2980 PINEYWOod Drive. Next town is Douglasville, Georgia. So the first one there is the Arcade and Family Video, which they are attached to each other. So it is 6500 Church Street. And it was so fun in real life, and it's actually way smaller in person than it looks like in the show, I think. And then also in Douglasville is the Hawkins Police Station. That is 6755 Church Street. I know a lot of people have said that it looks so different with it being like renovated and remodeled. I think you can still tell, like you can still match up a bunch of things like the flagpole. I think it like still looks the same, but it also kind of looks different at the same time, but you'll be able to tell. Next is Stone Mountain, Georgia. And this was one of my favorite locations, was Max and Billy's house. Their address is 5280 Moore Street, and down the street, literally 10 seconds away, just because it's a super tiny alley almost. So down the street, the little alleyway from Billy and Max's house is Barb's Cemetery. We figured out where her like grave was, but I can't really give you the general idea because I don't really remember. And next town is Riverdale, Georgia. That is where Steve's house is. You can recognize it right away because the bright red doors are right there where you can't miss. His address is 8253 Carlton Road. Next is Lithia Springs. Lithia Springs, Georgia. That is where Benny's Burgers is. It's called Tiffany's Kitchen in real life. That address is 7413 Lee Road. Next is Duluth, Georgia. That is where Starcourt Mall is. I loved it there so much. Like literally everything is there. Like you can even see like the part like where the Russians were like standing out. And unfortunately, like the mall was closed when we went because they were filming there, but one part of the mall was open where I think Beauty Master was, and we looked in like the windows and you could see like their set, like when like the Gap is there, you could see all of that, but I didn't record it and I was so mad at myself. Starcourt Mall's address is 2100 Pleasant Hill Road. Next is Palmetto, Georgia. That is where Bradley's Big Buy is. That is 504 Center Street. Fun little place. And then next for season 4 is Rome, Georgia. That is where the Creel House is. And that is 906 East 2nd Avenue. When I went, we didn't know that it was the Creel House yet. And then a day or two later, when we were still in Atlanta, the video of like the Creels pulling up and like seeing their house came out. So like literally I had been at that house like 2 days prior, and then that little clip trailer came out, and that was so exciting. And now from having been there before, like it's so creepy to think about like all the creepy stuff there, like Vecna, like I'm like, oh, I've been to that house. Then next is Mount Berry, Georgia, and that is where Pennhurst is, like the mental institution is. It's called Mary Hall Viking Way. I don't really have an address for that though. That's all I found. And then I have the buyer's house address, but I'm not going to share it because it took me forever to find it, and I don't think they necessarily want people to find it. So maybe if you dig for days, maybe you could find it, but I personally am not going to share it. Next is Susie's house. Now this is the one I've gotten so many questions about. Literally we didn't know what it was until Stranger Things came out, so it was so exciting to see it in the show. But I don't know the address of Susie's house because we were going from an after location to another location, and we were passing it and I had recognized it from a behind the scenes picture, and we had seen the crew there that day, but we're going to the other locations, so the next day we went back and nobody was there. So I can't give you the address because I don't know. I don't remember because it wasn't even on my list. Next is the Ives house. I'm not gonna do the address either because they're super secluded. their driveway's like miles, so I don't think they would really want people going on their property. You could probably look it up and find it, but I'm not really sure. Then next is Will's Cemetery. I don't have the address for it. We just found it somehow and I don't even remember how, but maybe try to look for that as well. And that is it, I think. That is it. And also I want to share with you guys, I went to this like pub in Atlanta and the people gave me this there because this little Stranger Things 4 sticker, because they said that the crew goes to this pub and the crew gives them like little sticker souvenir type of things. So they gave me one of the crew's like season 4 sticker and I was so excited about it. I thought it was so cool. I love it. So here is our lists that we went off of. Just crazy all over the place. I organized it for you guys. So definitely just organize it and get everything. Go ahead and map it out first so you're not back and forth over the whole entire state of Georgia. If and when you guys visit, go ahead and tag me. I would love to see your photos or videos. And I hope you guys enjoyed this and have a great day. Bye!